Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? My name is Jimmy. I am your astute tourist. Good Monday morning. It is Monday morning. It is, what is the date today? Today is February 6th, Monday, February 6th. I hope everybody had a good weekend. And I was running a little behind here, just getting ready to go. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Excuse me. Like I said, my name is Jimmy. Welcome to the show. I see we've got Matt from Backlash Fisherman is in the house. Hey, buddy, how are you? Good to see you. He's giving me three Jimmys, three thumbs up. And Shirley is in the house from Glitter World, just back from her recent trip out to the Niagara Falls area in Canada. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, my friend. How was your weekend? Everybody have a good weekend? We had some brutal temperatures over the weekend. It started Thursday night into Friday. Friday night, Colleen and I went out to our local cigar bar that we hang out at, and it was minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit when we left. And anybody go to a cigar bar? You smoke a cigar? I'm a big fan. You had a bad call last night. Why don't you tell me about it? What'd you have? Shirley sending strength for sure. Thank you, Shirley. We all can need that, especially if he had a bad call last night. You never know what it was about. Yeah, let me know what was happening with the call last night if you don't mind. If not, that's fine as well. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button for us. We're doing our best to maintain our channel and get as many cardiac arrest couldn't revive. Those are the worst. I talk to my guys all the time about that. Just remember that we're the last line for those folks, and that the person had expired regardless of anything that we did. So we do our best to help people, but remember they had already expired, and sometimes the good Lord needs them more than they need to be here. So just remember that. But I'm praying for the family. I'm praying for the first responders that were at the call, and I hope they can find strength in the things that the good parts of the things that they did. And here's to the first responders. So we had some calls last evening, mostly alarm calls for alarm. It's usually what we call smells and bells, which is most cases it's not a big deal. They don't allow smoking in our cigar store anymore because the neighboring business complained of the smell. Of course they did, right? Who owns the neighboring business? Karen owned that? Sorry, it's early. But I mean, geez, come on. It's just cigar. It's not like they're getting any smoke in there. I think a cigar smells pretty good. What do you guys think? I used to smoke cigarettes, and those are the worst, I'll tell you. Cigarettes are terrible. But cigars are different, I think. And you don't really inhale too much of that smoke. I think it tastes great. The chemicals that are in cigarettes are not in cigars at all. But hey, it was a life insurance company. That's ironic, right? They're probably sending a message, right? Don't be smoking. We're going to raise your premium. No cigar smoking, or guess what? You're gonna pay more. But it is Monday morning. I want to welcome everybody. I hope you got your favorite cup of Joe with you. Here he is. It's Cup of Joe Monday, and I hope everybody. I'm sporting my very own coffee cup. And here's my shameless plug. If you want to go to spring.com, you can pick yourself up one of these lovely cups in white or in black. You can also get t-shirts, kinds of swag. What do we got? We got beach bags, we get t-shirts, sweatshirts. Go over to spring.com, get yourself an Astute Tourist channel memorabilia. Take one home and buy two. Give one to a friend. There you go. My shameless plug. So let's see. What did we do? Friday night, we went to Twins Smoke Shop, which is a cigar bar. And I met a good friend of mine over there who is one of my musical partners. I spent about 4 years playing the New England area with him, and we hung out and we had a couple nice smokes. Colleen actually joined us, and we had some nice drinks. And then Colleen and I went out to a late night diner and had something to eat. And let me tell you something. It was cold. It was very cold. Like I said, it was minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind was blowing. It was about minus 30 with the wind chill. It was so darn cold, and it reminds me that I need to get the heck out of this northeastern part of the country. Believe me, I'm working on it. It'll be some time, but I need to get somewhere where it's warm. Matt's staying. Him and the Coastal Waters went to Morehead City, North Carolina Friday, had some awesome seafood and just hung out. You know, there's nothing like that. Friendship and fellowship and seafood. Seafood's it's one of my favorites of all. When I was in North Carolina, I ate a lot of seafood down there living in Hatteras. A lot of shrimp, a lot of fresh fish coming right in off the boats. I'd be on the job site because I worked right on the beach. And I would watch the boats, fishing boats, as they were coming in from their long day of fishing. And on the way in, the mates on the boat would, of course, fillet up all the fish, and then they would come in and dock, and we would meet them at the dock, and there's a fish market right there. And, we were buying fish that was swimming an hour or two prior to that. And you can't get any fresher than that. Such good seafood. So I'm glad you had a good day, a good evening out there. She had crab soup and blackened tuna. Oh my goodness. That sounds fantastic. I'm with you, Shirley. Yum. Yum, yum. Crab soup. Yep. So good. I used to, one of the things I would eat down there too is conch chowder. Conch chowder. If you've never had it, it's really good as well. When I was down there in NC, I lived down there for a little while. It's a beautiful state, and that gets cold out there in the wintertime. The wind down along the graveyard of the Atlantic, down along Hatteras, it's gets very, very cold in the wintertime when the wind's blowing. Oh, there's nothing like a good cup of coffee in the morning. Honestly, I need to come back, right, Matt? I'm with you, buddy. I would love to come back. We so last night, let me back up. So in my last live, we talked about a trip that we're going to be taking in March. The end of March, we're going to spend a mild winter, you said, huh? Which is good. I mean, honestly, here, it hasn't been too bad. It hasn't been let's say it hasn't been a rough winter. we've had some, I guess they would say, unseasonably warm winter days. And when I say warm, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And Shirley knows, she lives more north than I do. You know that that's warm for the winter time. So we can't really complain. And it's February, which the two really coldest months here in the Northeast are usually the end of January right up to the end of February. So it's just the beginning of February, and we got another month to go before we get into March. Excuse me. Before we get into March. So who knows? It could get colder here. But we've been lucky. Not good. Still have mosquitoes flying around. Really? Oh my gosh. Yeah, those little suckers, huh? We get what they call the New Hampshire state bird. We get come spring, once all the snow and the ice is melted, we get these little they call them black flies. Those are the first little pests to come out, and they're everywhere. You go out and try to rake the lawn or do some landscaping, and let me tell you, those little buggers, man, they get up your nose and in your ears. They're biting on you. They can cause little red bites on you that get itchy, and they're a pain. I don't know exactly what their scientific name are, but they're called black flies. And here in New England, or in New Hampshire especially, they call them the New Hampshire state bird, and they're a real pain in the skin, let's say. But we get mosquitoes as well, and mosquitoes aren't bad until about, I don't know, 6, 7 o'clock at night when the sun starts going down, and then they come out. And then sometime after 9:30 in the evening, they're gone. It's weird. They get this little window of opportunity. They come out to bite you. Little vampires, those mosquitoes. We got nippers here and horseflies. Yeah, horseflies are another one. We get those green heads and those horseflies too, and they bite, man. They sneak in. They come in, you don't even know it. Next thing you know, you're getting bit. Both take pieces out, right? And the name nippers, that would definitely suggest that they're nipping out parts of your skin. Matt says he hates them, especially the biting no-see-ums. Yep. So our black flies are sort of like the no-see-ums. They're a little bit bigger, and they're terrible. They suck. They literally suck your blood out and bite you and leave a little itchy welt. That's right, Shirley. Yep, they leave a welt. So I was talking about March. Come March, the end of March, we're taking a trip. We're going to be going to FLA, Florida, the Sunshine State. My folks are going to be down. Well, they're down there now, but they're going to be surprised because we're going to go and see my parents. As most of you know, my parents are in their golden years, and they've retired down there. They retired a while ago, but my dad's had some health issues, so I want to go see him before things get worse, because he has cancer and it's just going to take its toll. He's 88, and there's not a lot of treatment they can give him. So we want to spend as much quality time with him as we can, and my mom as well. So we're going to go down. This is kind of my loose plan. So we're going to fly down to Orlando, rent a car, and then drive into where my folks live. And we'll spend a couple of days with them. And they're not too far from Kissimmee, however you say it. And John and Nancy from J&N Travels is there. So I want to try to meet up with them one day. And I was thinking we could go to Disney Springs. I'd like to take them out for lunch and spend some time there. And we'll do some filming there. Spend spend a day at Disney Springs. We'll see if my parents want to go. I don't know if they will. That would be kind of a long day for them, but we'll meet up with hopefully with John and Nancy if they can get away, and then we'll do that. So we'll spend 2 or 3 days with my folks, meet up with some friends, and then we're going to travel across the state and go to the western part of Florida, over to the Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita Springs area. I have my best friend lives over there, and we're going to get an Airbnb and spend 4 days there, and do some filming. I'm also going to be conducting some business over there, so it's kind of a personal business trip. And then we're going to travel north, and I'm going to spend a day in Sarasota, St. Petersburg, somewhere in there. And then we're going to fly out of Tampa. So fly into Orlando, rent a car, do a bunch of visiting, and then head up to Tampa and fly home. So that's our March trip. And I keep seeing Cup of Joe. There you go, Joe. Cup of Joe. Right on. Matt says, mid-March, we're going to the beach, just trying to figure out where we'll stay. And so I imagine the weather there in mid-March is pretty warm, and you'll beat the crowds, right, Matt? Which beach are you going to now? Down the Hatteras area, the Kitty Hawk, or going down south to like Ocracoke? That's right. Cheers. Right? I hope you have your tea this morning, Shirley. Matt says, fly over me. Don't stop. I see how it is, right? What I would do is, if next time we're going to visit North Carolina, I want to bring the RV. And then we'll come and hang out with you, my brother. My brother from another mother. I'd like to go back out towards Asheville as well. We went to the Biltmore. Matt, have you ever been to the Biltmore? Do you like old architecture and that kind of stuff, history? If you do and you haven't been there, I think you should take a day trip, leave early. I don't know how far away it is from where you live, but you should probably okay, so you've been there. Yeah. It's beautiful. If anybody hasn't been to the Biltmore, it's a Gilded Age mansion that was built by, excuse me, I take my medication in the morning and it always wants to come back on me. Excuse me for that. The Biltmore was built by one of the Vanderbilts. Very, very rich people back in the day. And hey, Paul, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we would like to go down there for Christmas too. I've been there twice. Was I down there? I was there right after Christmas. And they still had the decorations up, and it's beautiful there. A huge Christmas tree, and the whole place is decked out. But then we were there. I was there in the summertime as well. And we're talking about the Biltmore, which is a mansion that was built in I think the late 1890s by one of the Vanderbilt children. And forgive me for not remembering his name, but he built this huge, basically an American castle. And what a beautiful place. And the grounds are beautiful. And it's a small compared to what it used to be. There was like, I don't know how many acres, 400 or 800 acres originally. And now they probably have a tenth of that left. But what a beautiful place. So I'd like to bring the RV, go back down there and visit that again. And we'd come and see you, of course. So you went early August. Oh, nice. That's a good anniversary trip for sure. I just want to recognize Paul again. Hi, Paul. How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming in. PSV Odyssey. Paul contacted me over the weekend, and we're gonna make a little short for Paul. Colleen and I will. And you got to send me the recipe, whatever recipe you find, Paul. Just text it to me, and then I'll make the exact one that you're gonna make, and then we'll make the short. So, yeah, so that would be fun to go back down there. It's beautiful, and if anybody gets a chance and you want to see a really cool piece of architecture, go to Asheville, North Carolina, and visit the Biltmore Estate. Beautiful, beautiful place. So you guys went to a bed and breakfast, was 30 minutes from it. So we went, nice. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not too far. I was, a friend of mine lived in Hendersonville. I don't know if you know where that is, but I stayed with them. And I was actually, when I went down, so the second time in the summer, that's when I started, when I went down there for work. I met up with him in Hendersonville. We, Colleen and the kids came. We drove down actually and did some visiting. It was before I had the channel, which is too bad because we saw a bunch of stuff. I could have taken a lot of video. We went to Gettysburg and went through Virginia and the Bristols in the Johnson City area. But I spent some time in Hendersonville and then we, went around the area there. It was an unplanned part of the trip, which sometimes those are the best when you don't plan something. You were in Burnsville. Okay, sure. But a lot of fun. So if you get a chance, head on down there. So, so last night, Colleen and I, we pulled the trigger on something. We're going on a cruise, and we made the plans to go on a cruise. So we're going to be going in October. That'll give us some time to take care of the monetary side of that. But we're going on what they call the booze cruise. I'm sure some of you are familiar with that. I am not, but we were told about it. Some of our YouTube friends. And it's not booze as in alcohol, but it's booze as in ghosts, because it's going to be happening around, or it will be. We'll be on the ship for Halloween. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited. We sat down with Colleen's cousin, who is a travel agent, and we figured we'd use family to help us book it. That way she can get some credit for it. And we booked it. So we're excited about that. But I'm not going to get too excited because I got plans for the whole summer. So speaking of cruises, does anybody have any plans for any cruises coming up? Looks like we got 5 in the house. Glad to have you all. And if you guys want to come in the chat, that's fine. If you just want to lurk, here is your lurking pass. I do have a pass from me, for sure. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to hit the like button, share us out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. Speaking of cruises, so next weekend starting, nope, I don't have my page here, but I believe it's the 9th through the 12th. And Paul, if you're still here, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruisathon starts next week, or this week, actually, the end of this week. Trying to find my page here. Yep, I found it. So it starts February 9th, and it goes through the 12th. Now, the last two times we've done the I think two times. Hey, good morning. Sea Legs Journeys are in the house. Hi guys, how are you? Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, this is we do some of these live streams a little earlier than you folks do yours, which is good. I got to back up here. What does Matt say? Check out a channel, Sea Legs Journey. They have all kinds of good cruise trip tips. Well, they're right here in the house and I have checked them out, and I'm glad to see that you guys are here. And I was just telling the folks that my wife and I planned. We booked a cruise, so we're going to be taking a Carnival cruise in October, the Booze cruise out of New Orleans, and we're excited for that. So I'm sure I'll be asking you for some tips and tricks and things if you've been on the Carnival Glory before. Maybe there's some things you can give us that will help us with our trip. But that's something we plan on, of course, doing. Our videos, and we're going to meet up with some folks that had talked to us. It may have even been in one of your streams. I don't remember now. That's old age setting in. But one of the streams I was in is where we actually heard about it, and that's something that we thought was interesting because I wanted to take a cruise soon. It's been almost 3 years since I cruised last, right before the pandemic happened. In fact, it was January of 20 was our last cruise. And believe it or not, we went out of New Orleans as well. We took the Pride, Carnival Pride. And we weren't back days, and then they locked the country down. So it was kind of good in a way and not so good. But it's been a few years since we've actually done a cruise. It's been 2 years last month. So does that make sense? No, 3 years last month. My goodness, time goes by quickly. So I thought it was a high time that we book something and get back to it. So Matt says he's going to check out Margaritaville Cruise Line. They have a deal, first responder cruise free with someone who pays. And I saw that. We were looking into that, but I wanted to join some of our YouTube friends. I really wanted to go on the October trip that they did with Kenny and Sean and Alana and those folks. John and Nancy went, and everybody, Eric B. And I'm sorry I missed that. Najuma was there. I think Call Me V. There was just so many people there and channels. So I know there's going to be people going on this one in October. So it sounds like a good time, and I can't wait to go. Sea Legs Journey is saying hi to Paul. Said that call out, and then Chet and Robin come in. Isn't it? It's awesome, right? You must have felt the energy. They were getting ready to drop into the stream. I'm glad you guys did. I appreciate you coming in. I was drinking a wine last weekend that we discovered. It's called 1000 Stories. It's a California wine. It's a red Zinfandel. If you guys get a chance, check it out. It was very good. I'm not a wine guy. I'm a whiskey person. My wife is the wine aficionado in the family, but she's slowly turning me into the vino, to like the vino. And this red Zinfandel was very good. 1000 Stories, it's called. Like I said, it's for a California wine. Very, very, very good. Hey, Tamad. Tamad TV is in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for dropping in. We're going to be here till about 7 o'clock. So I'll be, I try to do some streams. I was doing streams 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. I'm kind of pulling back on that. We'll do our next stream will be possibly Wednesday morning. And I'm going to see if I can hook up with Down Under Cruisers. We were switching Wednesdays back before I took my break, where I would host a Wednesday morning, and of course it's evening there. And then the next Wednesday, Sean and Alana would host, and I would be co-host on their stream. So Wednesday morning I'll be back, but you never know. You may see me pop up tomorrow night or Thursday night. You never know. But I appreciate all of you guys coming in today. It's good to be back. I took a couple months off from producing videos and producing streams, and I needed to take a break. I'm sure everybody knows that feeling. And but I'm back, and here we are, and we celebrate Cup of Joe in the mornings because I'm a coffee guy. I love my coffee. So cheers to you folks for coming in. And if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up, and if you don't mind sharing us out, and if you haven't subscribed, we would appreciate that too. It's not required, but it's recommended. I'm working on a video right now. Hopefully I'm going to jump in on one of the raid parades. It's tough because it's during the day, and I usually I'm working, and they frown upon that thing when I'm at work. So, but I'll be hopefully finishing up the new video tonight, and it's one that we did back in November. I already did one from the same place, but this one features it's an RV and family camping resort. So if we got any people that go camping or have an RV, I think you'll like to see this one because it's pretty fancy. It's a nice place. So check that out soon. We'll be premiering that at some time. But so I jump around and I forget. So I was talking about the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruiseathon, which starts February 9th and runs through Sunday the 12th. The original ones used to go all night long, 24 hours, but I think they're gonna reel it back a little bit and finish up around 11 or 12 Eastern Standard Time. That would be PM. That way, everybody can take a rest. And of course, there's not a lot of people in the U.S. that are up after that midnight time, depending on which coast you're on. So they're gonna probably on them. We're gonna be part of it. I know that that Paul and Meg are gonna be part of that. And if anybody wants to jump in and be part of the Cruiseathon, if you don't know what the Cruiseathon is or what Helping Hands for Cruising is, they are a charitable organization that raises money to provide folks that may not be able to afford a dream of a lifetime, a dream vacation of a lifetime of going on a cruise. Our good friend Fordman, A.K. Kenneth Oakes, was the first ever recipient of the Helping Hands for Cruising organization, and they sent him on his cruise in October, and that was the one I was talking about. Went out of somewhere in Florida. I think it was Port Canaveral, or no, it wasn't. It went out of Miami. And they went down, I think, to the Dominican Republic and a bunch of other places. And it looks like I've been watching some of the videos, and of course they had a fantastic time. I know I've spoken with Kenny several times since. Kenny's one of my partner channels, and Kenny's said he had a blast. It was a lot of fun. So, and it really looked like a lot of fun. So that kind of pushed us. There's another one coming up in March, and we wanted to go on. James Catanese and his wife are the next recipients of the Helping Hands for Cruising organization. They'll be going in March, I think March 12th. And unfortunately, because of my family obligations, we were going to go on that one, but because of the family stuff, we're not going to be able to make it. Um, so we pushed it out to where we can afford it and do it in October. And speaking of the devil, here he is, James Catanese himself. Hi, James. How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming in. We're just talking about your cruise coming up next month. You guys getting excited? I bet you are. That's going to be a fun one. A lot of our family and friends are going to be there with them. Like I said, I wish I could go, but we'll do another one for sure. I'm slowly going to meet up with all our YouTube friends and family. And yes, you are getting excited. I bet you are. I bet. I was just telling the folks in the chat, James, that Colleen and I booked a cruise for the fall. That way we can slowly chop away at paying off the bill between now and October. But I'm getting excited already. And it's 265 days away. Pardon me. But there's nothing like a cruise. I've been on a 2 so far in my life, and I am I guess I'm hooked on cruising now. So I was talking about the Helping Hands for Cruising. If you know what they are, great. If you don't know who they are, like I said, they're a great organization, and this is just a little bit about what they're all about. So check this out. So if you want to go to the QR code here and you'd like to donate prior to the Cruisathon, which is, like I said, February 9th through the 12th, look for some live streams on a channel near you. We're going to be up on, when am I doing mine? Saturday afternoon, I think at 4 o'clock. And then again, Sunday morning at 10 a.m., I believe is my schedule. But they're going to be going from, I think Thursday night is Thursday, right? That's the 9th. I'm terrible with dates and times. I'm awful with that. Let me pull up my calendar, my trusty calendar. So yes, Thursday is the 9th. So they're going to start Thursday, and it'll be running right until Sunday evening at some point. James is getting excited. He said it's 31 days till his cruise, and fantastic. Yeah, I think we're all excited for James and his wife, and James, you told me you haven't been on a cruise yet, right? Is that the do I have that right? Yep, Cruisathon 9 through the 12th. And if you want to go to Meg's Fun Time at gmail.com, just hit her up if I don't know if there's any open slots left, but if anybody wants to help out and be part of the live stream and do an hour, just take an hour of your time and do a live. Send Meg an email and see what she's got left. That's Meg's Fun Time at gmail.com. And she'll definitely let you know whether you can do it or not. But we're going to be up on Saturday, the 11th at 4 p.m. And then we'll be on the 12th at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. People do some crazy things during their time helping out on the cruiseathon. James says he's never been on a cruise, his first time, and that's what I know we talked about this the other day, James. You are gonna have a fun time, my friend. Believe me. And I've mentioned this before. I never really thought about cruising before. I always wanted to get on a plane and just go to the place. You get off the plane and there you are, and you're at the place. I never thought about getting on a boat and floating around and going to several different places within 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, however long the cruise is. And when you fly somewhere, you unless you go to an all-inclusive kind of a place, you fly there, you got to rent a car or take a shuttle to wherever your hotel is. So you get that and you pay for the hotel. Then you got to pay for your food. You got a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got to pay for all that. And who knows, you may not know where you're going to go. You may have to look around, or you talk to the concierge at the hotel and say, hey, we're looking for a good breakfast place this morning. Can you tell us? Well, when you book a cruise, that's all taken care of for you. You fly to wherever your port is. You get on the ship, and then you can let your hair down. You join the Bon Voyage party. Have yourself a cocktail while they get your room ready, and then I think the hardest thing you need to do is decide which entertainment you're going to do that evening. There's all kinds of shows and bands and bars, and you can do karaoke, and you can eat pretty much 24 hours a day. I know Carnival, it used to be 24-hour pizza, but I think they shut down now. I think John and Nancy told me they shut down around 2 a.m. So, which is fine. I mean, who's up after 2 anyway? You go out and you party, and then you grab a little munchie after partying, and then some of us go to bed. I know my son stays up late. I used to, but being a musician, I was up late all the time, but I'm too old for that. Hey, buddy, I am with you. I don't know if anybody can see that, but there's not much up there anymore. I used to have a full head of hair. I'll have to post a picture of me when I was young, but I'm with you. So I'll be letting my belly out instead of letting my hair down. I'll let my belly out and have a drink. And but yeah, you're gonna love it. And once you get on there, you guys start to cruise. You can be up on deck and smell that salt air and the breeze blowing, and you're gonna have fun. There's so much to do. You can go to the gym if that's what you want, or go to the spa. You can swim. You can hot tub. Like I said, there's all kinds of different bars that you can go to, or clubs. There's a dance club. There's a piano bar. There's a karaoke bar. There's a big auditorium where they do game shows and all kinds of live entertainment, dancing and singing. And there's a casino on board. There's all kinds of shops and stores. It's awesome. The two that I've been on have an atrium, so where you can look up. There's these glass elevators on one side, and you can look up several decks above you. And in the atrium there's a bar, and they have a stage, and there's all kinds of music and entertainment going on there. Some really class stuff. We've seen some great entertainment, and me being a musician, it's something I really love. So, yeah, you're going to have a ball. Chet's going to be your dancing partner. His leg and yours. That's awesome. It'd be like the 3-legged race. You guys tie your legs together and kind of dance around. Or that sounds like a lot of fun. I really wish we could go, but family comes first, right? But you guys, I know, James, you guys are going to have a lot of fun, and I know that the regular cruising people here, which I am not. Like I said, I've only been on 2, but you're going to win that 3-legged race, right? And they may do it. You never know. I know out in and I'm not sure, you guys could tell me what they call it, but the main open area where the pools and that are, and they do all the dance parties and they show movies at night. So they have some dance parties out there. Who knows? You guys may be able to win that one too. I know when I was there, they had a contest of, I think it was the hairiest guy contest or something. Guys would get up there and take their shirts off and see who had the most hair, which I thought was pretty comical. A lot of fun. And I wish I was coming on that one with you, but if anybody can swing it and there's plenty of time, and I'll be honest, it's selling out fast, is the Booze Cruise in October. It's the Carnival Glory sailing out of New Orleans, October 29th to November 5th. I believe those are the dates. The Lido deck. Thank you, Chet. Thanks. I couldn't remember what, and you guys are the experts. I hope to one day be as knowledgeable about cruising that as you folks are. But like I said, I'll be hitting you up at some point to get some tips and tricks, and let us know what we should do for sure and not to miss. The last 2 cruises we went on, we did some excursions. I'm a ancient history buff, and we went to Mexico, and I've been to a couple of the Mayan ruins. We went to Chichen Itza, and we went to Tulum. We swam in a cenote, which is a spring-fed big giant hole in the ground where the ancients used to give offerings of gold and whatnot, and sometimes they would sacrifice folks and throw them in the water from above. We swam in one where they assure us there were no bodies sacrificed, but I can't be sure of that. I did see fish, though. We did make a video of it, too, and you can see the fish. I had my waterproof GoPro, and which was pretty cool. So you can see the fish swimming around. But so I don't know if we're going to do any excursions. We'll probably do something, but we may stay closer to the ship because both of the cruises I've been on, I got on a bus and took a minimum of an hour or 2-hour ride somewhere before you got to the destination, and then they kind of rush you through it. And I get that. You only have 3-4 hours or so to be able to see everything. So I think I want to be less pressured and kind of stick around the where the boat docks. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know if that's a good thing to do or not. You have a group cruise May 19th through the 26th and 24. Norwegian Cruise Line Breakaway, come join us. That sounds like a lot of fun, and that's in 24. So that definitely we have plenty of time to plan that. Where does that sail from? Is that sail out of Florida as well? I'm going to write that one down. So it's Norwegian. I got my book here. I write everything down in it so I don't forget, because again, I'm forgetful. So NCL May 19th through the 26th, 2024. And that's the Breakaway. Definitely going to look at that for sure. The sail's out of Miami. Awesome. I love Miami. What a cool town. Lots going on there. Sails out of Miami. Cool. We got some time to plan for that. I know Sean and Alana, they're trying to get me to go on a 14-day cruise with them. I think it sails out of Sydney. I forget what month, but it's in 2025, and it sails to Fiji and Tahiti. I think a couple other islands out in the South Pacific, which would be great. Ocean to Ocean Travel with Bruce McMillan is handling the bookings for us. Right on, and let me put that down too. Ocean to Ocean. All right, Bruce McMillan. I got that. All right. So yeah, so that's cool. That sounds good. I would love to go down to the to Australia and meet up with those guys and go to the South Pacific. Those islands out that way, Fiji, Bora Bora, Tahiti, Thailand, all that area is that's a bucket list for me. Although with all the unrest going on in that sort of that neck of the woods there, I don't know if that's something we'll be able to swing. I want to go to the Philippines for sure. I have a friend that lives there, and there's a couple other YouTubers that I follow that they actually live there. So I think it would be a lot of fun. And but with the politics in the world right now, I don't know if that's a good idea. So, but we'll keep that in mind. So yeah, so after Robin retires, right? Yeah, I get that. I may be retired by 25. I don't know. You know, it's funny. So Matt brought up you guys, Chet, and then you popped in, and I started talking about the South Pacific and my friend in the Philippines, and look who pops up, my friend in the Philippines. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. I haven't seen you. Well, we talked the other morning, but thanks for coming in my chat. We've been missing you. Hope things are good there. How's the weather? You guys are enjoying your summer now, right? But yeah, I would love to head out to the Philippines and meet up with you and with a couple other YouTubers. And there's 7,000 islands in the Philippines. So there's a lot to see there. Not 700, but 7,000. 7,000 islands. So it is nighttime there right now. Did you enjoy your supper yet? And did you feed the dogs? Loves You has some puppies. She's like me. She likes dogs. She takes care of her puppies. But you're getting ready for bed. Okay. Yep. I get it. Yeah, the sun's just sort of coming up here. It's a little overcast out. It's 6. What time is it? It's 6:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. And we got a few more minutes left of the live. Oh, I got things ringing, making noise. We got a few more minutes left of the live, and then it's off to work for me. It is Monday morning. Starting the week all over again, and head out and see what's piled up on my desk from the weekend, because my place of business is open 24/7, and you never know what the guys are going to leave me on my desk when I come back. I know they've had some calls for alarm over the weekend, and I'm the one that handles all of that stuff. The fire prevention side of the job is mine. So we'll see what we have there. But I did want to just talk about the Helping Hands for Cruise and Cruiseathon one more time. And that's going to be February 9th through the 12th. It starts Thursday night and runs till Sunday the 12th. And all your favorite channels are going to be there. Um, all your favorite friends are going to be up there. So if you're not going to do a live stream, you need to come up and hang out and donate some money. No amount is too little. When we talk about it, if you want to donate and you can't make it, there's the QR code right there. That is the direct link to be able to donate. So if that's something you want to do ahead of time, and you can take a picture of the QR code, that'll bring you right to their link, and then you can go ahead and donate the amount of your choice. And let's do the little commercial again. Let's do it really quick. So if you're not familiar with it, here it is. You have a train derailment in your town? Are they having people evacuate? Is that what I'm seeing? That's not good. That doesn't sound good at all. You'll be hanging out on some of the channels. I bet you will be, my friend. You're like us. We hang out and help each other, which is a great thing. So let's see. Let's see. Tanker 1 is getting ready to blow. Yikes. Is it a propane tanker, I'm guessing? Where are you, James? Tell me what town you're in, what town and state. I know you've told me before, but again, I'm old and forgetful. All right, Chet, thank you. Chet and Robin, thank you so much. Love you guys. Thanks for coming in. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. So, and you're coming up at 8 a.m. So I'll try to catch you live. I'll be just probably getting to my desk at 8 o'clock. So I'll come in quickly and say hi if I can. And I don't remember if I did mention Najuma. I did see you come in. And as always, my friend, thank you for coming in. Najuma is another friend of the channel who's been hanging out with us for a long time, and I appreciate you. I hope you know that. So we got about a minute left to this. I just want to remind everybody that our new stickers are here, and this is our new logo. We've changed the logo up from this one. Let's see, from that one there. So I don't know. I kind of like the new one a lot better. We still have Feature the Plane on it in the tent, but this one has a passport, and it's got the world and the Eiffel Tower and some compasses in that. So if you want to get a hold of one of these awesome stickers, let me know. You can email your request at theastuteTourist@gmail.com. It's just that simple. Go to theastuteTourist@gmail.com. Send me a request for a sticker, and I'll get that in the mail. I just mailed out one on Friday to Bangladesh. I had a gentleman from Bangladesh had reached out and requested a sticker, so we sent that out to him. So James is telling me, let's see, he's in Pennsylvania. The town where wreck is Columbia, Ohio, down below me. Yeah, so you're close to the bridge and the river and all of that. I hope everybody is going to be safe down there. So I want to appreciate, I want to say I appreciate everybody coming into the channel. We'll probably be up again Wednesday morning, and you never know, you may see us tomorrow evening or Thursday evening. I do that sometimes. It's good to be back. I've missed everybody. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruisathon, Thursday the 9th, running through Sunday the 12th, and you'll see me there as well. Don't forget PMA, positive mental attitude. PMA will save your day. Positivity definitely attracts positivity. It chases the negative energy away. And don't forget to smile at somebody. If you see somebody today, try to make their day. Say something nice. Just smiles. Shake somebody's hand. Give them a hug if they're so inclined. Again, like I always say, just don't rush right up and say, Jimmy told me to hug you. That may not be a good thing, but if somebody's willing to take a hug, it'll make somebody's day. Don't forget the flag behind me, Old Glory. I'm very proud of that flag. I love it and respect it. And I try to remember those that came before me, the ones that have given their life and their safety for our freedom. So I guess that's going to do it for me. I hope everybody has a great day. I will see you probably in a stream somewhere today. I'm going to probably jump into somebody's chat, but I guess that's going to do it for me. I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. I am Jimmy, your astute tourist, and we will see you all later. Bye-bye.